Okay, Monkey D. Luffy, King of the Pirates, season 2 of the One Piece live action dropped, and I just finished watching everything, and here's my review. So first of all, I'm a One Piece fan, so yes, I am caught up Egghead, but then I stopped watching it because I'm rewatching the whole show right now with my best friend. The first live action, when it came out, the first season got everyone shocked, got everyone confused and worried because, hey, listen, adaptations back in the days never really came great, But I would say the One Piece was the first live action that actually came through and had fans happy about it. Like, I watched that first season and amazing. They were able to translate everything in there. Now season 2 came out and it's 100%. So far as of right now, it's 100% on Rotten Tomato. Insane, pretty insane. And people are saying it's better than season 1, right? So here's my review and what I thought of it. The show is amazing. The show has heart. The show, once you have these crew members and how different each of the crew members are, and the way that their chemistry works, and the way their banter works, and the way they are so connected to each other, how much they care for each other, it makes you want to, like, any adventure that they go through is fun, is full of heart, full of action, and you just keep falling in love with those characters. I am actually surprised. The first episode was insane. The show started with an amazing first episode that gets you to the last island before the Grand Line, and there are so many cool characters like Smoker who gets introduced. And talk about Smoker, his visual effects were amazing. There were so many cool visual effects, especially the smoke effects. We get the stakes. Zoro gets his moment also. Luffy gets his moment. So each character really get their moment. And I do understand there was so much. Like in that first episode, there was so much that's thrown at you. So many new characters, so many new plots together with Miss Sunday. Let's talk about Miss Sunday. She opens the show and she also closes the show. The casting is amazing. And of course, it's a live action. So of course, there was moments in the whole show where you're like, but then you understand it's just Luffy, and it works because what works good is how everyone reacts to it. Like, for example, like in the last episode of the show, when Luffy asked Chopper to join, I was kind of scared how they were going to portray that scene where he just tells Chopper to, let's just go to the Grand Line together. And he did it. He did exactly like the anime. So for a second, it felt weird. But then Zoro had a comment. And that comment from Zoro was us, the audience, and it made everyone laugh, and it made it just make sense. Who stole the show in this season? The same way Nami really kind of closed and stole the show in the first season. This season was Chopper's season. His backstory was the backstory where I almost cried. It was episode 7 was that episode that really played with your heart. The same way you can be in love with like Raccoon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is our Raccoon here. This is our reindeer, and people were scared, of course, to try to translate Chopper into the live action, but they did an amazing job. Surprisingly, he's cute, he's amazing. His human form, you have to get adjusted to it at first, but hey, it actually works, so no complaint there. He's so cute, he's so lovable, and you fall in love with him, and the way they close the chapter with him joining the crew is beautiful. Through the whole season, they explore Baroque works. Of course, we have Mr. 9, we have Mr. 5, of course, with the boogers, explosions, so many cool fights. Zoro, of course, popped up. I think since episode 3, where he actually had to fight 100. He actually had to fight 100 soldiers, 100 actors. And I saw an interview where the actor that plays Zoro says that he really wanted to do 100 acts because he know the fans will count. And in the show, he's actually counting them. And Vivi, of course, great casting. People were worried about Vivi because of the skin color, but great casting. Vivi makes sense. And of course, I recognize her father, Cobra. Cobra, her father, was also in the show. And I easily recognize, of course, Mohan Suresh from Heroes. Huge Heroes fan here. So I was like, hey, that's the guy. But overall, the tone, each episode just, at some point, I started just wanting to just binge watch the whole thing. It was hard for me to not binge watch everything in one sitting because some of the cliffhangers were good. The Miss Sunday, Nico Robin appearing on a ship cliffhanger was insane. Nami passing out was insane. I had fun in this whole season. I think Oda made such a good job in creating how every character is, the characteristics. Like, the characters are so good that we are at a point right now, I feel like I could watch 100 hours or 1,000 episodes, I could watch endless hours of just the crew just being themselves and the banter they have and how they talk to each other and the chemistry they have, because every crew member is so distinct. Every crew member, with Zoro being badass and cool, and Sanji the lady lover. We got Usopp who's kind of scared. He fears everything. He's a coward, but he's trying to do his best. We have Luffy, who is this optimistic, and we got Nami, the girl of the crew, the voice of reason, but she's also into gold. She like to try to, she's all about money as well. So it just plays off so well. Like I think I also enjoyed, most of the things I enjoyed in the show is just the banter between the crew, when Zoro gets at Sanji and then Usopp is trying to convince the whole crew not to go there. It's just so fun, and I feel like we are so invested at this point that season 3 coming out, I believe next year, will be really amazing. I'm so excited for this season. So it's an amazing watch, because you want your first episode to hook you in, and the first episode is so badass, it's insane, and then you sell, and then it gets to, almost forgot Laboon. We close the show with Chopper, but Laboon's story is also pretty interesting. Like it was very sad. This is spoilers also from the anime, so you ready? I warned you. Interesting choice. I saw Bartolomeo at the first episode. I was shocked, but I was happy, because this is an opportunity for Oda to show us what Bartolomeo was doing, because Bartolomeo was there. He was there. Like all those characters like Bartolomeo, Sabo appearing. Of course, it makes sense. He was there, but it just gives us an opportunity to Oda to stretch a little bit. So it's kind of like the anime doing canon, some stuff becoming canon to the actual story, and the live action is just filling up those blank spaces where you were wondering what was Bartolomeo doing. We had Sabo. Who else appeared that was not supposed to appear? Brook. See, Brook. But hey, Brook usually appears like way later, but that makes sense that he appears here, because he would be there on the boat with Laboon. So, and I was happy. Brook, I did not expect that. Second episode, seeing Brook with the violin, I was like, and the laugh. Brook is a perfect casting. I gotta give hats to everyone. Hats, literally, I have my strut over there, because I went to the premiere. I went to the screening premiere. So I watched the first episode and the second episode in a movie theater full of fans. And I'm telling you, I even met the writer of the second episode, second season of One Piece live action, the Laboon episode. I met her because it was a screening where a lot of the members who worked on the show were there with their families. So it was a very surreal moment to be there with these industry people, and then how everyone react to it, and the discussions we had before and after. Yeah, they gave us goodies. They gave us hats, shirts, posters, and it was a good experience. And we had like a nice message from Crocodile, Agent Zero. This is also a good thing. I mean, him appearing at the end. I can only imagine it's going to be an amazing season 3, full of emotion with Alabasta. But I'm excited. Like, the thing is that season 1 had the hardest job to convince everyone, and it did. Season 2 took it, solidified, and took it to the next level, showing this chemistry. Now that everyone is so locked in and knowing what's coming in the anime, as long as we have the same crew working on them, I have to say everyone working on this project did an amazing job. From the casting, casting, the most important part first. Casting was done so right. Costumes, of course, sometimes were a little too much, but once you jump into this world, you accept almost everything. That, the story, the editing also as well, where Smoker was looking at Luffy laughing, and I know they tried to portray it. It didn't come as good as in the anime, but again, you cannot do it as perfect, but they did a good job, of course, in the emotion and visuals. Laboon, the islands, what else? The islands, Laboon, Chopper. How much was the budget for this season? Because everything was good. Everything was great. The visual, the CGI was on point. So it's a hard job to translate One Piece, and I want to say thank you to the whole team and Oda. Oh my gosh. So this was an amazing watch, and I can't wait for season 3. I'm happy knowing that season 3 is supposed to be coming out next year, I believe, right? So I'm so excited. It's fun. It's just, I don't think there was any show out there that's just so fun to watch, and with characters that are so alive and so interesting. And the imagination of Oda, the creator of One Piece, is being seen in the show by everyone in the world. And I think everyone in the world start to realize how creative Oda really is. The anime is such a slow pace in the beginning that it's so daunting for anyone to actually jump in there and watch it. So the live action is a good way for people to get to One Piece. So if they want more, then they watch the anime. But for me, it's an amazing watch. I had so much fun. Looking forward for season 3.